What's up, everybody? It's Trey Moan, the Divine Architect, back at it again with another video. And this is Character Transmutation LLC, where we transform your character from lead to gold. Now, this episode, video transmission, however you want to call it, this is one of my favorite topics, guys, because it's underappreciated. I said it's underappreciated. All right, this one is discipline isn't suppression. It's freedom in motion. So most people confuse discipline with self-punishment, but real discipline is divine structure of your freedom. I had to get that correct, guys. Real discipline is divine structure of your freedom, because the disciplined man knows who he is. That's why he does what he does. You don't just work out. For instance, you don't just work out, study, take care of your vessel, take care of your emotions, do yoga, take walks, be in presence. You don't do any of these things just because. You do them because they put you in alignment with your highest self, with your true self. So the disciplined man is not going to go and eat anything. And if he does, he's going to be intentional about it. And he's gonna immediately go back to his rhythm. I do it most of the time too. Like 90% of the time, I'm eating in rhythm. And those 10% of the time I don't, it's only on special occasions, celebrations, or if I feel like it that day. But 90% of the time, I'm in alignment with the rhythm of the food I set. Food, workouts, sleep, even the sleep schedule. Like, I had to talk to myself about the sleep schedule, guys. I've been waking up at 6 or 7, but way back before way when, I was waking up at 4 and 5. So now I'm getting back on the 5 a.m. grind. Not because I have to. I don't have to. Not even because I'm forcing myself to. I'm doing it to put myself in a higher frequency. That's discipline, guys. Putting yourself in a higher frequency so that not only can you live the life you want, you can be the man or woman you want, you can serve how you need to serve. And if you have kids, I'm convinced you need to be waking up at 5 a.m. at least. Because they get up around 6:37, 7:30 some days, and they be on your head. All that yoga you was about to do, negative. All that self-care and that meditation you was gonna do, nope. So I'm convinced you need to be waking up early anyway. But you cannot consistently maintain this rhythm. It's a rhythm we're talking about. You cannot maintain the rhythm of discipline without making the decision to be your divine self. So let's get straight into the points, guys. I had to get that out. So true discipline is remembrance enforced. This is backed by the Most High. Shout out to the Father. When you understand who you are at a deep spiritual level, your divine identity. For instance, mine is the divine architect, the king quantum alchemist, the one who transmutes all things into gold. That was encoded in my DNA. And I remembered it enough to bring it into embodiment. So now I know who I am. I'm no longer becoming, I am. You need to get to a state of I amness. That's oneness with the source, because you have unlocked your memory. And based off your memory, that's how you move. I create blueprints from heaven on earth. I write, I post these called scrolls. I post the scrolls of remembrance for the tribe, for the people, for you guys. I don't do it for me. I do it for me as a byproduct of who I am. That's what I'm getting to. The discipline, guys. I'm posting 6 to 8 times a day. On the weekend, it's dropped to about 4. But consistently showing up every single day. I'm in this video right now. I'm showing up. Why? Because it's in alignment with my identity. And it's hot today. Woo! Has been this hot in a minute. Shout out to the sun. Let's go. But that's the discipline point, guys. Running. I'm starting to integrate running back into my schedule. 2 to 3 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week, And then I'm gonna start integrating it into 5 to 6 days until eventually I'm probably gonna be doing about 6 days a week again. I had to take a step back because of my body was regenerating and realigning. So once I'm back on the circuit full time, but regardless of the running, I've been walking 2 to 4, 6 miles a day. I've been fasting. I've been working out, doing my push-ups, doing my core work, doing my legs. I've been working out every day, guys. I probably take Sundays off, like today, and I still walk and did. I still walk a lot and did yoga. That's like daily. So consistency and discipline comes from remembering who you are. If you don't know who you are, especially if you're just growing up and you know 18, 19, and you haven't developed enough, it can be challenging. But keep working on these positive, high frequency habits, which may be walking or running, working out in any capacity. It could be eating healthier, getting your higher fruits in. Okay, this is high frequency, light encoded food. Getting your studies in. These studies are books, my manuscripts, or any other personal development book. They're going to be missing some points, but they will put you in a frequency to find me. So I suggest that you hop on real quick. And I'm releasing my books. One of my main books, my first one, is Mindset 2.0. This one is going to help you uncover your divine identity from chapter 1 all the way to 10, because I lived it. So once you get to that point, the discipline is going to be automatic, but you have to put in the work. We talked about momentum in the last videos. You have to build the momentum. And then the discipline is not an action. It is a becoming. It is a being. It is a part of who you are. But you have to remember, there's no going around it. And your soul knows. It keeps knocking at you every day, guys. Number 2, emotional chaos flows from a lack of a container. Your container is your internal inner state of being. Emotions are energy in motion, but without foundation grounded in discipline of consistent routine, rituals, and habits, your emotions are going to be chaotic as well. And if you're pulled and drawn by your emotions, then your likelihood of being consistent and following through on your word is going to go down. Every single day, it's going to start tanking. And then you're going to find that you're able to do less and less and less. You're going to find that everything you set out to do either is not finished or is finished in a really low capacity compared to your potential. Because your emotions are running the show, not your divine identity, not your soul. Your soul needs to be in front, in alignment with the Most High. Then follows your mind, then follows your body, then follows your emotions. And once you get to the emotional state of peace, joy, serenity, and even awareness, it's kind of an emotion, then you're free. You don't have these up and down mood swings, guys. You don't have anger, you don't have sadness, you don't have frustration. You just have presence. You step into your throne. You sit like the king and you observe. And you make the proper judgment call, guys. No extra noise, no extra, it's called emotional turbulence. That's unneeded. So the discipline is high, guys. I'm sweating. Woo! Let it burn. Let it burn. Shout out to the Father, man, for the sauna. I needed this one, man. Woo! But as I was saying, guys, you need the discipline to hold your container of emotions. The workouts, that's why we work out. That's why we feel the sauna, the sun. That's why we put ourselves through uncomfortable situations so that we can come out brighter gold. Gold that's not moved. It's not shaken. And we do not fold when circumstances arise, when the pressure's thick, when the unseen or the unknown comes knocking at our door. We stand 10 toes down. But you need discipline to do that. So even if you can't run, walk. Challenge yourself, push yourself to unlock the next level. Not because you have to, because you choose to. And that's the true measure of discipline. What do you choose to do to keep yourself in alignment? Number 3, how to create rhythm, not rigidity. So as we said in the beginning, most people think that discipline is a struggle, it's a force. But in truth, it is a rhythm that you acquire that can help you maintain your lifestyle, reach your goals, serve, stay within flow and not burn out. And how do you do that? You must know yourself. And from knowing yourself, you set the proper times. The time is not a cage. It is a tool if you use it in rhythm. Okay? For instance, this morning, I have a rhythm set. I wake up, I decode my dreams, I hop into yoga meditation, and then I set my workday scroll. Those are 3 things right there, okay, that I do every single morning. And from there, I either take care of the kids or I hop straight to the workday. Most of the time when I'm at the family house, I take care of the kids and then I hop into the workday. But when I'm on my own, I hop straight into the workday. What we got for the day? And now I'm even positioning it even further. So all of that takes less than an hour, up to an hour, depending upon if I do longer yoga. I have a 2-hour block now. From 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., I'm hopping in on those 3 things I told you: decoding my dreams, yoga meditation, and then aligning with the workday, what I got for the day, which is already pre-scheduled a week in advance, a month in advance. But the day of, I do set it to my forefront focus. And then the next hour, I'm working out. I'm hopping straight into the workout. I got 3 to 4 runs scheduled this week. I got a rhythmic, rotating, full body exercise program set up between 100 to 200 reps per each. I'll share that with you guys later. So it's a rhythm. And then from there, my day is pretty much done at this point. I post. I'm about to hire someone to do that, to outsource that. So by the time I hire someone to post for me, my day is pretty much done. All I have to do is just create and build and connect and coach and teach. That's gonna be the bulk of my day. But we're on our way there. We're not there yet. We will be there real soon, guys. Within the next couple weeks, we will be there. Nevertheless, you need to build a rhythm based around your purpose. What it is that you know you need to be doing, that's alignment with the Most High, that's true, that's real, and that drives you, that cultivates your fire, because the purpose is going to cultivate your fire like no other. You need purpose. That's the foundation of your discipline, your rhythm. Why do you do what you do? Why do you stay consistent? Why do you stay in alignment? This is the flow, guys, right here. Shout out to Lao Tzu. He talked about the Tao of the chain. Check that out. He talked about the way. It is not force. It is flow. It is the in-between path, the middle path of alignment. That's what Lao Tzu was talking about. So you're not forcing things anymore. You're staying in rhythm and flow. And like I said, the only way to create it is align your times with your purpose and create, as Carl Newport said, deep work flow blocks. Block out 1 to 3 hours at a time throughout your day. That's when you do the bulk of your creative work. Creative work, coaching program calls. Like when I start coaching more people, I'm gonna have time blocks set. I'm gonna have time blocks. So for 1 to 2 hours, I'm only coaching. For 1 to 2 hours, I'm only teaching. For 1 to 2 hours, I'm only creative building. For 1 to 2 hours, I'm waking up, getting in flow. Guys, that's 8-hour day right there, but broken up. 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. You can do that. And still have time with your family, have time with yourself, have time with the Lord, have time to go play, have time to have fun, have time to eat, have time to shower. And if it really gets bad, just fast and get the rhythm. It's that simple. But you have to open your mindset and remember who you are. That's the foundation. All right, guys, number 4. The fire of a structured day will set your purpose ablaze. I kind of touched on this. When your day is structured and you know you're accomplishing the things that you need to do in alignment with not only your goals, but your purpose, and the Most High is pleased, you finish your day like the king that you are. You finish your day like the queen that you know you are. And there's no struggle. I don't struggle anymore for nothing. Provision's on their way, guys. I'm in a transitional period of my timeline where provision is going to start flowing abundantly. Why? Because I changed inside first. So don't go seeking all the cars and fancy clothes and the trips and all that good stuff, which is cool. Honestly, it's cool. But those are not even necessary for you to be fulfilled. You need to know who you are to be fulfilled. You need discipline. You need alignment. You need purpose. And that's going to set your fire ablaze. So now you're waking up, be it may be sore, but you're waking up with drive to go build, to go create, to go teach somebody, to go implant your frequency and set the whole system ablaze with truth. But you can only do it if you master the rhythm of your soul. And it's not based on time. Because some days I don't hit the time marks, but the work still get done. Why? Because I'm flowing in rhythm. The time is your guidelines, not your master. Don't ever forget that. The jobs got you thinking that the 9 to 5 is a must. The 9 to 5 is optional. It's greatly optional, guys. So here's a call for you guys. Try structuring your next 24 hours, not for control, but for clarity. Break it down in time blocks of 2 to 3 hours apiece. If you really want to go at it 1 hour at a time, but that could be a little bit more challenging. I don't even do 1 hour at a time necessarily. I have blocks of hours, but I typically just flow. And when it's done, I move on to the next portal, next task. But keep in mind, your 24 hours is sacred. You don't need 8 hours of sleep. You need a good 6. If you sleep in 8 hours and you're not training as hard, you need about a good 6. You need to change your diet up. I got videos on this, guys, okay? I can't break it all down right now. But schedule your next 24 hours. It could be in blocks of 3 or 4 hours at a time or 2, as I spoke. And have flow, have balance. Work, play, family, solitude. Let me see what you got. And if you want more help with this, you can DM me or check the link in my bio, and we can do a breakthrough coaching call. This is 45 minutes where we come up with the strategy and the rhythm that is personalized to you so that we can elevate you and get you more in alignment with your divine identity. And then you can go. Say it with me now, from your chest. From lead to gold. I'll see you guys on the next one. It's hot today. Woo!